Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It's a great night. It's good to see so many people come to a board meeting, which doesn't happen all that much, but it's a nice special night and we get to recognize a lot of people. So first of all, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Call for a motion to enter into public session.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Please rise for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you would, I'd like to take a moment of silence for Marcia Tickett, who was a member of the Transportation Department, who tragically passed away earlier this week. Thank you. I'll turn it over now to our superintendent for our retiree recognitions. Thank you.
Okay, before we begin the program, I do want to take a minute to recognize the service department, our facilities department, for all they do all year long to provide food and set up for so many of the special events that we have. So if you could join me in the round of applause. I also want to offer my congratulations to two of our high school cleaners, Jackie Kilmer and Cheryl Jasper, who are not here tonight but would be, because they're attending the Niagara Frontier League banquet tonight. Jackie is receiving the Cornerstone Award, and the athletic department is honoring Cheryl Jasper alongside Jackie. Congratulations to Jackie and Cheryl for welcoming. So this evening we have the opportunity to honor both retirees and outgoing board members. And we'll also have a minute to honor those who are receiving tenure. Our tenure recipients, very important. We're going to honor you before we actually get into the personnel items. Please stay because your tenure appointments are not real until the board acts on them. So don't leave when the retirees. The individuals retiring from our district have provided many years of dedicated and caring service to our students, families, and district. In total, this year, we have 48 retirements, totaling 1,327 years of service. Let me give you that number one more time. 1,327 years of service. Tonight, we honor these outstanding individuals and thank them for all they have provided for our students and our families here in Niagara Field. It is now my pleasure to call on Marissa Butch, our high school principal. We're going to be starting with our high school.
Good evening. The high school is honored to have had the privilege of approximately 450 years of experiences with the retirees we celebrate tonight. each having inspired, encouraged, supported, and guided generations of students. The legacy they leave behind is not measured only in years, but in the countless lives they've influenced and the difference they've made every single day. Their impact will continue to be felt in the students they taught, the colleagues they supported, and the community that they helped to build. Thank you for your service and your lasting contribution. I have the privilege of speaking on behalf of a few of our many retirees tonight, and will then pass along that privilege to one of their colleagues for the rest. Can Lori Damba Gardner please come on up? I'm gonna show you that. The retirees from the high school have fancy t-shirts. To me, it's pretty incredible. Lori Gardner's remarkable career at Niagara Wheatfield began in September 1995 as a self-contained teacher at the high school. And with the exception of 1 year, her entire career has been dedicated to this building and this community. After 6 years of teaching and completing her admin certification and degree, Lori served 3 full years as assistant principal before returning to the classroom to start a family of her own. Over the years, she has taught in self-contained classrooms, witnessed the transition from consultant to integrated co-teaching, and contributed to the high school MAC program, supporting students with and without IEPs who face behavioral and academic challenges. Last year, she also served as a TOSA in the Special Education Department and taught self-contained reading instruction at Colonial Village. Lori has consistently gone above and beyond for her students and colleagues alike, always leading with compassion, dedication, and a genuine commitment to helping others succeed. Her hope that every student felt seen, supported, cared for, and better prepared for life after high school, the legacy that she's truly lived out. Thank you, Lori, for your years of service and leadership. Congratulations on your tenure. Next, we celebrate Linda Stein and thank her for her many years of dedicated service to our district. Linda, come on up. Since 1997, Linda has served in a variety of roles across multiple schools, including as a cleaner at CD and TUS, a teacher aide working with children in the valued support in classrooms and the pre-K programs, which she said were her favorite. Linda has always found meaning in working with students, especially the little ones, and in watching them grow. She is currently a monitor at the high school, where she has enjoyed building relationships with older students, making connections and supporting them in this important stage of their journey. Her energy, joy, and care have made a lasting difference in every single building she has served and in every capacity. Linda, thank you for your dedication, your kindness, and the positive impact you've had on so many lives. You will truly be missed, and we wish you all the best in retirement. I would like to now call up Ms. Lindsay Jordan to speak for Tracy Bloom.
We're going to do hugs before and it is my privilege to speak tonight about my friend, colleague, union steward, and one of the most remarkable educators I have had the pleasure of knowing in front of all of you and in front of some of Tracy Bloom's beautiful family. I met T about 20 years ago and we became fast friends. Back then, she had sparkly cat-eye glasses and quite the mystique about her. And though you can sometimes lean a little monochromatic, but T absolutely never has. She arrived from Merritt Road with a reputation for being a great teacher, and as it turns out, great was a massive understatement. At first, I'll admit, I assumed the cool outfits and overall energy meant she spent her evenings painting wildly from the depths of her soul while maybe bending a few minor societal rules along the way. But I quickly realized that no, she is incredibly serious about her craft, her students, and every talent she shares with the world. Over the years, I've tried to encourage her to loosen up and push the limits a little bit more. And honestly, she's made tremendous progress. These days, she'll risk it all by standing in the wrong spot at bus duty. Okay? That dedication is what has defined her entire career. Since joining the district in 2001, Tracy spent 25 years creating opportunities for students and leaving her mark on every building she served. She started the first all-building elementary art show at Eric Road. She developed collaborations that connected art with core curriculum. She brought outdoor sculpture experiences to students. She helped build digital offerings at the high school. She launched a film festival. She hosted bronze pours. She partnered across disciplines, expanded the ceramics program, recently led the incredible stained glass mural collaboration that brought together students from multiple backgrounds, and then finished the year off with a clay throwdown. I tried to tell T to maybe take it easy her last couple of years and that there was no need to make life unnecessarily difficult. She understood that directive as when commissioning a massive stained glass collaborative project that took 3 years to complete, taking on being the K-12 visual and performing arts professional learning communities facilitator, and even playing Imagineer at times during the major art wing overhaul. Honestly, that tells you everything you need to know about Tracy. Even when the finish line was in sight, she was still dreaming bigger, creating more, and finding new ways to inspire students and smarter systems. Thank you, T, for being an inspiring, wildly creative educator. Thank you for your fierce leadership and advocacy. Most importantly, thank you for thousands of students whose lives are richer, more colorful, and more meaningful because they had the privilege of learning from you. If you asked Tracy what legacy she hoped to leave behind, it wouldn't be a list of accomplishments. It would be something much simpler. Care about the quality you put out into the world. Make people feel seen. Spread joy. Looking back on 25 years of service, I think it's fair to say you accomplished all three. Thank you for showing us what it looks like to care deeply, laugh loudly, love fiercely, and never lose your spark. Your creativity, your dedication, and yes, your unmistakable laugh have left a mark on this district that will remain long after your retirement. We are grateful for your friendship, your leadership, and your service. Always protect your peace. Know that we all know there is nothing you can't do. But most of all, thank you, my friend, for joy-filled cackles, love-filled conversation, and some of the fondest memories I have created over the last 20 years. The best is yet to come for all of us, I am convinced. Congratulations and happy retirement, Tracy Bloom.
And now please have Liz Young and Lisa Ogle, please come up.
Together as a department, so can you take their names so they will come up?
And Kristen Noel.
She
And Eric, please. They take teaming very seriously.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. With the exception of a brief stint at Buffalo State College to complete her bachelor's and master's degree, Lisa Jean Hasley has spent her entire educational professional, and a good part of her social life in Niagara Wheatfield, including time spent at Colonial Village Elementary School, moving on to what was formerly known as Edwardtown Junior High, and then graduating from Niagara Wheatfield Senior High. Lisa has spent about 45 of her soon-to-be 56 years here in this wonderful district. Lisa enjoyed having that tough teacher reputation, and for many of her incoming freshmen who went directly to Spanish 2 with Lisa, they were nervous, really nervous. The transition from being big 8th graders on campus at Edwardtown to now starting out again as 9th graders was scary enough. But then they were scheduled to be a student of Senora Ojo in room A208 on the 2nd floor of the high school. How would they survive? What her students quickly came to recognize, understand, and appreciate is that Senora Ojo is a softie at heart. Lisa has dedicated herself to improving the lives of her students and pushing each of them to be the best version of themselves. Her students were treated with the same fierce, protective love that she has for her own daughters, Madison and Cassidy. Her students always felt safe and very much seen with her. The old school Lisa taught organization and study skills. They could conjugate the hell out of those hundreds of verbs, form grammatically correct Spanish as well as English sentences, and they knew the required vocabulary inside and out. Lisa made sure that her students loved Spanish and encouraged them to continue their pursuit of language learning. Our program has thrived because of her. Her students were well prepared, and Lisa took great pride in ensuring that. Kathleen, your daughters, your brothers and sisters-in-law, your nieces and nephews, your mom and dad look forward to the days of you being able to hang out with them and not to have to rush home to correct papers or to lesson plan. It's time for you to enjoy the summer, and it's time for you to finally begin to use sunscreen. Yes, it's time to take that drive to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland in Frankenmuth, Michigan. We're doing that. It's time to catch up on much needed sleep. As the weeks pass, it will be time for you to bask in the honor of being the mother of the bride at Madison and Ethan's wedding in September. It's your time. One last thing. At one time, we were known as the Lotte ladies, languages other than English, or the ladies of Lotte. But with the addition of Eric to this talented group of educators, we, Julia, I'm including us retired folk, we are now known as the Lotte ladies and lad. So in conclusion, we, the Lotte ladies and lad, will always be your extended family and want you to know that we love you and wish you the best for what's to come. Your job here, Cassidy, is done. Thank you. Can you please have Lisa Jones and Fran Longay come up? Today, we are here to celebrate the legendary career of Fran Longay. Over the years, she has assumed many heroic feats: soccer coach, English teacher, assistant principal, class advisor, butter bar and muffin baker, and the ultimate gummy fruit snack queen. While she has guided students through many realms of English, her legacy will forever belong to Grayson College. During her epic tenure, Ms. Waldgate watched fresh cohorts venture into the 9th grade chaos, beginning their high school quest in room B111. From there, she prepared them for Herculean adventures in 10th and 11th grade. Together, they battled the Minotaur-like Regents exam and stood firm against the flashing titans of distractions before, during, and after the age of cell phones. Finally, they completed their odyssey in 12th grade, where they read fantastical stories, watched old and new movies, and truly enjoyed their senior year. Now, her own great labor is complete. Like Odysseus surviving many years of trials, Fran is finally setting sail for her true Ithaca. She leaves behind the halls of Niagara Wheatfield for a paradise of her own making, a place where you can vacation whenever the fates allow, dine like Zeus, read epic volumes on the beach, snuggle by the fireplace with a puppy, and spend well-deserved time surrounded by her beloved friends and family. She will be missed here at NW High School, but no hero deserves this peaceful harbor more. A final epic farewell to an absolute legend. Congratulations, Fran, you deserve it. Thank you.
Next, it would be Eleanor Payne.
Good evening, members of the board, colleagues, and members of our community. Tonight we pause to recognize and celebrate a remarkable group of individuals, our teachers and staff who are retiring this year. If I could please have John Coulter, please come up. Joanne Lombardo. So John taught science, or is still teaching science, we're not retired yet. Joanne Lombardo, our school counselor. Jean Zimmerman, special ed CT. David Kavan, technology. Bethany Pauliana, special ed CT. Joanna Robinson, teacher aide. Shirley Mullen, teacher aide. Andrea Ledger, Spanish. Students with University, special ed CT. Melissa Miller, grade 6. Diane Bellingham, special ed CT. And Michael White, technology. If we look across this wall, we have 362 years of experience. While retirement marks the end of a career, it also represents the lasting legacy of years, often decades, of dedication, care, and service to our students. Each of these individuals has made a meaningful impact in ways that go far beyond the classroom. Yes, they've been educators, teaching lessons, guiding learning, and shaping academic growth. But more importantly, they've been mentors, coaches, role models, and trusted confidants. They've stayed late to listen, shown up early to support, and given their time and energy to help students navigate not just school, but life. The influence of a great educator cannot always be measured in grades or test scores. It's seen in the confidence they build, the curiosity they inspire, and the countless lives that they've shaped. Many of us can point to someone like those who we honor tonight, someone who believed in us, challenged us, and helped us become who we are. To our retirees, your impact reaches far beyond these walls. It lives on in every student you've encouraged, every colleague you've supported, and every life you've touched. You've helped build not just a school system, but a strong school community. While we will deeply miss your presence, your wisdom, and your daily contributions. We are incredibly grateful for all that you have given. You leave behind a legacy that will continue to inspire for years to come. On behalf of the board and the entire education community and the Silver Creek community, or Silver Creek, that's where I was before, Niagara Wheatfield, thank you for your dedication, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to the students. We wish you a happy, healthy, and fulfilling retirement. You've truly earned it, and you will greatly be missed.
Next up, we have Michelle Bureau, please.
Pleasure tonight to welcome Wendy Reddy to come up here, please. Wendy Lee Reddy retired after 25 years of devoted service to the children and families of Arizona. Her remarkable passion for education and genuine enthusiasm for teaching have made a truly unforgettable teacher. Wendy has a special gift for capturing the attention of her students through her love of reading, writing, and especially poetry, inspiring countless children to find joy in learning. She believes deeply in her students' abilities and always encourages them to grow, work hard, and reach their true potential. Her amazing sense of humor and unforgettable one-liners could always brighten the room, bringing endless laughter to our schools throughout the year. Beyond the classroom, Wendy's perseverance and determination have shined as an honor. After she had her children, she went back to school to further her own education. She's also such a compassionate caregiver to her brother and a dedicated member of the community through her work at the line. Wendy's kindness, strength, and humor and dedication have left a lasting impact on everyone fortunate enough to know her, and she was dearly missed at Erin Grove. While we are excited to see her leave, we are also so excited for all that lies ahead of her in the next chapter of her life. As she begins retirement to go from the wedding in September, we know that there are many beautiful moments and adventures with grandchildren and memories still to come. Wendy, we wish you the best of endless happiness in years to come. Thank you. Next, I'm going to call Dominic up for Michelle Hardy.
Today, we gather to celebrate and honor someone who has made a lasting impact on our school community, Michelle Hardy. Michelle began her journey with Niagara Wheatfield Earthquake in 2003 as a substitute food service helper. She faithfully served in that role for nearly a decade, and in 2012, I encouraged her to become a permanent employee as a cook at Colonial Village. Fortunately for all of us, she accepted. Michelle spent 6 wonderful years at Colonial Village before transferring to Eric Road, where she has continued serving as a cook until her retirement. In total, Michelle has dedicated 23 years of service to the district. Throughout her career, Michelle has been much more than an employee. She's been a source of comfort, kindness, and joy to the children she has served every day. She's always treated our students as if they were her own, going out of her way to make each child feel special and bring a smile to their face. Michelle wears her heart on her sleeve. It's a gift. And her genuine care for others has never gone unnoticed. In fact, her impact extends far beyond the food service department. Michelle recently shared a thank you note she received from another district employee that perfectly captures the difference she has made. Mrs. Hardy, thank you for being a constant source of kindness and joy, not only to all of our students, but to me as well. You make my life easier and happier every time I see you. What a beautiful testament to the person Michelle is and the positivity she brings to those around her. Michelle has also been one of the most dependable employees anyone could ask for. She rarely took planned time off, used even fewer sick days. Her dedication, work ethic, and reliability have been remarkable and deeply appreciated by everyone who's had the privilege of working alongside her. As she begins this new, exciting new chapter, Michelle has shared that she was looking forward to spending more time with her family, especially her grandchildren. She recently welcomed her second grandson, and I know she is eager to enjoy every moment she can with them. Michelle, I want to take a moment to wish you continued health, happiness, and fulfillment in your retirement. It has truly been a blessing to work alongside someone as caring, dedicated, and compassionate as you. And now you can finally take your time continuing to cater to your husband, continuing to cook for him, peel his breakfast hard-boiled eggs, peel his oranges, and pour his coffee every day without having to rush off to work. Sorry about this. Thank you for your 23 years of service, your kindness, your dedication, and the countless lives you have touched along the way. You truly will be greatly missed. We are happy for you as you begin this well-earned retirement. Congratulations, Michelle.
Next, John Casisha.
Hello, I'm very honored to speak on behalf of Tina Seeger, one of our kindergarten teachers over at Colonial Village. I'm honored because Tina, come on down. Tina is one of the most kindest, welcoming people you will ever meet. And although I've only been at Colonial Village for 2 years now, I've been the recipient of this kindness and just being welcomed with open arms. And it just speaks volumes. Everybody who meets her knows Tina. I think those will be probably the two words that come out of her mouth, as being kind and welcoming. I'm very honored. She has a passion for teaching. She's touched so many countless young lives over 3 decades devoted service, most of which were at Niagara Wheatfield and a couple over at Niagara Falls. From the moment I met her, I can see the passion she has for working with children, with every lesson taught, every encouraging word spoken, and every small hand gently guided. Her classroom has been more than a place of learning. It has been a space where children discover their own potential, where curiosity is nurtured, and where every student knows they are truly seen and valued. She has shaped not just their academic foundations, but their hearts, teaching them kindness, confidence, and the pure joy that comes from learning something new. And I see this every single day in her classroom. It is truly remarkable. I say, if you've never been in a kindergarten classroom, I invite all of you to go in there. It takes remarkable individuals to teach kindergarten, and she is a remarkable person. Tina, beyond your remarkable gift of teaching, I feel as though I've known your family for such a long time, and they're all here. You can even stand up in the back. I'm a true believer. You are who you are because of the people in your lives. And I know Tina and the love that she has comes from the individuals who are sharing in this event tonight with her. I love getting to know about her grandson Oliver, who's back there. His love for the Buffalo Bills, the New York Yankees. It's been great conversations for the two of us in the hallway, and I know other colleagues. Your love for traditions. I even got her Nani's cannoli recipe this year that she shared with me. But thank you. But this is all just a kind, welcoming person that she is, that I've witnessed, again, throughout my time getting to know her. You have treated colleagues, not just as co-workers, but as family, sharing life's moments, both big and small, with genuine care and friendship. You are a constant source of support to everyone fortunate enough to work alongside you during this time. Your unwavering advocacy for your students, fighting for their needs, celebrating their victories, and believing in their potential has been truly inspiring. While we celebrate this well-earned retirement and the exciting new chapter ahead, we also recognize that your absence will be deeply felt. You leave behind a legacy of love, laughter, and countless lives changed for the better. And I know that your students, both young and old, carry them on with you and with them as well. Thank you for the many years of making the world brighter, one child at a time. Congratulations on your retirement.
Next up, we have their mom.
All right, good evening, everyone. My first retiree is Felisa Fazio. Would you please come forward, Felisa? This could be one of the biggest crowds I've ever spoken to, so congratulations to all the retirees. This is quite a setting here today. Felisa spent 29 years in Niagara Wheatfield and 8 years at a private school for a total of 37 years teaching. I have been fortunate to work with Felisa for 22 years. Felisa is a West Street staple, being part of the building opening in 1998. She's been a reading specialist her entire career. Felisa has helped countless students over her career break the code and learn to read. Her students come with many needs in both reading and writing. If you were to walk by her room at any time, Ready for this? I guarantee you, you would see one of the biggest smiles you'd ever see in her room. And staring back at her, you would see anywhere between 2 to 6 children at her horseshoe table that would be smiling back at her. You would also see the most fragile learners learning to read and gaining confidence every minute. We have spent countless hours in RTI meetings. One thing I will always remember is the term FOSDUST. This meant Felisa helped a student make great gains in reading, and we always celebrated that. We used to ring the bell too. I will miss her smile, the commitment she brought to West Street. Felisa is truly one of a kind. She will not be forgotten because she said she's going to be coming back to help out in a limited capacity. Congratulations, Felisa. All right, right in the front here, we've got John Boutte. If John would come forward, please. John is our physical education teacher at West Street, and he's spent 26 years at West Street, covering 26 years total in the district. He's covered both Eric Road and Tuscarora, spending over 20 years at West Street. And once again, when I think of John, I come back to the smile. I start with that because John simply loves being a PE teacher. Just yesterday, we opened our new playground. Being nervous about safety, I asked John and Lou to go over the equipment with all the grade levels. So yesterday, I walked out there and I watched him break down all the equipment, how to be safe, taking the kids through it in a step-by-step manner. He guided them, just like he did for over 20 years when I observed him. He knew how to break down athletics and sports so that students could shine and excel. His passion for his craft is always shining through. On a personal note, John and I connected through our love of sports memorabilia. John is well versed in all things Buffalo sports. He has served on the Western New York Hall of Fame committee for many years. He will be missed next year. I would like to see some Florida pictures when we are buried in snow next winter to let us know that you're having fun in retirement. Congratulations, John.
Next, Kelly Doherty.
Good evening. I want to first start out by saying how proud I am to be here tonight with all of you. There are educators that are coming in to welcome and work with students and help them to find the best being of who they want to be. We have people who have dedicated years and years to servicing students and to making the time, effort, and energy available to all students so that they could succeed and find their being. But tonight I am especially proud to be here to honor Deb Fleeton, who has been a member of the Tuscarora family for over 26 years. During that time, she has been like a chameleon of sorts. So she has come into the school not knowing what to expect each day. Sometimes we would ask her to participate and follow her normal schedule, which would be a teacher's aide. However, that wasn't very often. Sometimes we would have to have her cover and help a student with an art project. Sometimes we would have students that needed to work in a small group, in small reading groups.
She was able to do pretty much anything and everything. And she always did it with a smile on her face. Her kind, genuine, quiet nature really helped students to move forward and to respect her and know her. And I just came into this role last year, and there are not many times that I have not heard a Deb story not go anywhere in the community. So a lot of times what happens is I'll be out and students will come to me, Miss Doherty, I saw Miss Gleaton, and she was, they're really excited, jumping up and down. We have families that come into the office and they saw that we were making a sign for Deb, and they were like, oh, Deb, and I remember when she was in my class in 6th grade. And it's really a special thing to have all of those years with hundreds and thousands probably, of students that she worked with and she celebrated each day. She was always very consistent, and she was on time and very regular, very rarely missed time from work. It was something that was valued and respected amongst colleagues. And even, so Deb actually left us earlier this school year. After she left, a lot of our teachers would even come down and they're like, I really wish Deb was here because I don't know how to do the laminator. And, it's really important to remember that she's, all of our staff are respected, but everybody works together in union as one to become a family, and especially at Tuscarora, a very special small school. Our Tuscarora family wishes nothing but the best for Deb, her family, for retirement. I know she's looking forward to spending more time with family and her grandson, and she's very busy doing so. Congratulations, Deb.
Next, Steve Metzger.
Before I say a few words about Deb, I want to acknowledge some of the incredible retirees that I've had the pleasure of working with in some capacity these past 6 years. Dan Ball, Diane Callahan, John Coulter, Lori Gardner, Joanne Lombardo, Earlene Mullen, Jackie Poliana, Wendy Reddy, Tina Seeger, Fran Walgate, Susan Morrisby, and Jean Zimmerman. Congratulations and enjoy the much deserved retirement. Deborah, you can come up here now. Deb Coulter has been a school psychologist for the past 31 years. It is a true pleasure to say a few words about Deb, and I promised her that it would indeed be only a few words. Even though I could probably write an entire book acknowledging her and what she has meant to me, our department, and the district as a whole, Deborah, thank you for everything. I wish nothing but the best for you and John in retirement, and I look forward to hearing all about the future grandchildren and adventures. Tonight you will be leaving here with a crystal apple, but like any legend, you also will be leaving here a champion. Go Bills.
Next, Leslie Wojciechowski.
I really love forward, Jonathan Jewell, Dave Collins, Rich Bennett, Jim McDonald. Dave Collins has been with us for 13 years, and always willing to help, and always very dependable. I thank him for being a sufferer of also. Even though he retired, he came back. That's a wonderful thing. Jim McDonald has been here for 17 years. We also drive to Raleigh in Niagara Falls. If anybody gets down there, but this year he won't be. He's gonna move to Florida and enjoy the sunshine with his wife. Jim was always willing to help out, and he's dependable. Jonathan Jewell. You need to question name. Bus driver. He's enjoying retirement, walking his dog. He's also subbing for us. He's willing to help out, and he is very, very dependable. Rich Finan. Well, Rich has got a story. He's been with us for 10 years. The CD wrote a book about him called Beyond the Bus. I would love to get in my hands on it, but, well, I know they said he couldn't find it. Rich is known to play in the sandbox, and he runs a tight ship. And if anybody gets to the Youngstown Diner, he's been offered a job as a dishwasher. Thank you, you guys have been wonderful.
Thanks, you have correct notes.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that came out tonight. What a wonderful crowd. And congratulations to all the retirees here tonight. As Dan mentioned, the 1,370 years combined was absolutely amazing. So if I could get from my staff, Mark Plasick, Kathy Gordon, Linda Stein, to come up for a double dip, and Wendy Glover, if you guys could come up front, please. Now, I talked to all my staff here that are going before this, and they told me to keep it short and sweet, which I promised. Mark actually said I could only say 3 words, but I think you got just a couple more than that, but I promise it'll be quick. So in the front here, Mark Plasick has been with us for 17 years. He is a 1978 graduate of Niagara Wheatfield, and obviously instrumental in so much stuff behind the scenes, like everybody up here. You know, they start early mornings and work late into the night. A lot of stuff goes unnoticed, but it definitely doesn't go unnoticed to me and a lot of the staff to see what goes on here. So Mark has a lot to do with the Wall of Fame, the cabinets, the podium that I'm standing at he built. So thank you, Mark, for everything you do. I'm trying to do this out of the top of my head, 26 years with us. And you started as a bus driver, and then started in the cleaning at Colonial Village, and then Eric Road. And then down to Tuscarora with me for my whole time here. As I speak of all three of these ladies on the end, absolutely phenomenal, no problems, no hiccups, there's no stories to even tell because it just works smooth. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Same with Wendy, 9 years here of service with the district here at the high school. I thank you for everything you did for the setups, the crazies, the calls that I made late saying, can you guys get that done? And I put an email. Thank you. And Linda, they talked about you before, but thank you between you and Kathy to do a Tuscarora for me. It was seamless at that school. I thank you for your service in all the years, and I laughed when I thought that she told me you had 29.71 years. So I guess that was right on the money. But again, thank you all. Thank you.
So tonight I have the pleasure of honoring four very special individuals. Two who have served on this board of education, and one who has served as secretary of the superintendent. And the last who I'm going to talk about first is actually our student liaison to the Board of Education, and that's Ethan Powell. Ethan, if you come on over here, please. Along with being incredibly involved in the music program, he was increased, by the way, he was increased this year, and I think the toughest part of his act was sure that the night I was on stage. Might have been the most difficult job. He succeeded at that as well. Ethan was also a multi-story athlete. He decided to dedicate his time to the Board of Education. What that means for a student is that twice a month, they get to come out in the evenings, often after practices, after games, and after music practices or musical practices, and sit at board meetings and share a student perspective. Ethan's done an incredible job of that. There's all different ways to do all sorts of jobs, right? Ethan dove in head over heels. He was an instrumental part of our CDEP group. He was part of both of our Eco Campus projects this year, getting his hands a little dirty for school, and not only himself, but bringing others out to join him, which is a really a good show of his leadership and leadership skills. He provided updates to the board. He was always appropriate in sharing student perspectives. That great leadership and participation of how is going to serve you well. He also was a member of our tri-district leadership group. And that is a student leadership group with both Moretown One and Niagara Falls. He was actually selected as the representative from our nominating group that provides the leader award as the nominee. So congratulations to all the work Ethan did with us this year. We do have a plaque. I'm going to show that. This plaque will hang in our Board of Education. It'll be there for many years to come. Ethan's actually the first one on this plaque. This is the second of the plaques with the number of student liaisons we've had. We know that the board members need to come from this board. And Up next, it's my pleasure to talk about our first board member, who will be leaving us at the conclusion of his term on June 30th, Mr. Mike Lee. Mike has served on the board the past 3 years. Almost immediately, he jumped into additional subcommittee work as he served as a member of our audit committee. A lot of fun, right? But really important work. I will remember Mike as a caring board member who volunteered his time to help make the NW community a better place. Mike chose to run for the Board of Education, give back to this community. He did this while working in a high-level leadership position in the Niagara Falls Police Department and serving as a councilman on the Town of Niagara Board. Mike is recently retired, as he works in a leadership role in local security agency. We wish Mike all the best in his quasi-retirement and thank him for his 3 years of service in the Board of Education. Next, it's really an honor to say a few words about a board member who has served this school community for the past 9 years. And in Dog's years, I think that's an eternity, right? 9 years of the Board of Education. This individual is a proud Niagara Wheatfield alumnus and the current president of our Board of Education, Mr. Jason Myers. Jason has helped steer this district for nearly a decade. He was a member of multiple committees, including our audit committee. He's also been active in both the Niagara Leading School Boards Association at events and NISBA, which is the New York State School Boards Association. He volunteered additional time to become a more informed board member so that he could better serve the NW school community. His additional participation actually earned him a level 2 Board of Excellence Award with the New York State School Boards Association. And I actually have a certificate for him right here. Jason was one of 7 board members who helped deal with and lead the district through the global pandemic, which was not an easy thing for anyone to navigate. During much of his time on our school board, Jason has also served on the Town of Lewiston board, further demonstrating his commitment to our local community. Personally, I remember Jason as a dedicated board member who routinely asks thoughtful and important questions in an effort to improve our district. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present Jason with his commemorative apple and the certificate which I've already given him. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes just joking front table. Last but absolutely not least, it's my pleasure to talk a little bit about the value of the district. She has served 24 years, with more than half of those years as the secretary of the superintendent, and the last 11 years alongside me. Jan, if you could stand alongside me. Okay, let's save some things that I'm not going to say anymore. For those who don't know, a couple years ago, last year, I don't remember, I was struck up here by one of our retirees who said she was just trying to give me a hug. Many of you know, respect, and love Jan Ball. Jan has been the first voice in the superintendent's office for many years. Jan is the consummate professional, never been. Jan maintains the same calm, caring demeanor, tone in all situations. Jan is a master at juggling many things at one time, and a great multitasker. Jan is an excellent problem solver, and over the years, I've become accustomed to Jan stating a problem and then saying, "Oh, I was thinking you could do this, you could do that." And she was always right. Perhaps most impressive about Jan is that she understands something about working in a large organization that some people never get. You are a representative of something much bigger than you. It's never about you. It's always about the organization. It's always about serving others. Approximately 1 month ago, I had the opportunity to attend the Western New York Education Service Council Awards of Excellence dinner. Captain Jan was honored for her truly outstanding service to our district. It was a culminating event for her life's work at MW. And Jan was one of a very small group honored in all of Western New York. As the person who had the chance to work so closely with Jan, you might think how very lucky I have been. As a matter of fact, some of you in the audience have told me how very lucky I have been. People in the district office have certainly told me how lucky I've been to work with Jan. Staff members from Mosey's tell me how great Jan is. The Board of Education has definitely told me how lucky I am to work with Jan and how Jan runs the district. At random people I meet for the first time tell me how wonderful Jan is. For those familiar with one particular episode of Brady Bunch, it's like the Martian episode. That's been my life for the last 11 years. Jan. So please indulge me as I share a few stories about what I've endured. Learned while working with Jan. First, I learned about abbreviations, and then not all abbreviations are what you first think. One morning I got to the office, opened up a folder that Jan had put out, sat down beside a few things. On top of that pile was something we had discussed the previous day, but on top of that was a post-it. And that post-it just had 2 letters on it. Not you. Now you can imagine my surprise when Jan came back to the office. I walked out, set the post-it in front of her, and I said, and I walked away. She looked at it. She goes, wait, what do you mean? Well, that means follow up. Something we should clarify. I've seen that a number of times. Second, I learned about the deep, dark, fascinating world of style points. About the pens. It's an immense worldwide group with a member count in, I think, the double digits at least. The knowledge gleaned by Jan through that covert organization saved many pens from early doom. I certainly know that. Next, I learned so much about the sport of softball. But with Jan's daughter in the audience today, I'm going to skip that. Last, I learned all about Team Jan. You see, it's always Team Jan, everyone, and Team Dan, no one. One day, I accidentally, unknowingly, tested those waters. I was signing off on some minutes that Jan had prepared. Usually they were perfect. So I would always write perfect, and Jan would say, "Oh, thanks, I'm gonna put that in the fridge." He was like, "Always jump." Well, one day there were small errors. So I wrote on the paper the word decent. And gave her back those minutes. She came back into the office, we were opening the folder, and she goes, "Decent?" And she comes and stands in front of my door, and she goes, "I'll see what the business office ladies have to say about decent." Let's just say I really learned all about it. Jan. I didn't go back to the business office for a while, that's what you told me. You were 100% right. In all sincerity, this district will miss Jan Hall. I will miss Jan Hall. Having her as a work partner in the last 11 years has been much better than these. It has been truly epic. At this time, it was my absolute pleasure to present Jan Hall with her retirement. Please join me one more time in congratulating and wishing all of our retirees a wonderful and long, well-earned retirement. Before we get into the board agenda, I'd like to ask, I'm going to read through all the names of our technical candidates. I'd like, if you're in the room, to please stand so you can be recognized before the actual board meeting resumes here. So first, Laura Crooks. Please stand. Lindsay Yates. Please stand. Alec Newby. Lori Johnson. Lisa Gimenez. Megan Nolan. Alexandria Taylor. Elizabeth Reese. Jenna Radcliffe. Elizabeth Giordano. David Willie. Henry Strasburg. Melanie Zachariasa. Harry Robinson. And Kelly Hart. I am so excited to be recommending you all to the Board of Education tonight and look forward to long careers and incredible impact on children like those people who you saw tonight. So, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations and thank you very much. We'll continue with the business meeting. So I'll call for a motion to accept consensus items numbers 1 through 6 as presented.
Second.
Then moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Next, I'll call for a motion to approve personnel items, all besides numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 10. That's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Turning it over to Mr. Stack. Bob,
Why don't we take 5?
Do you want to do that? Yeah. Okay. Let's wait 5 minutes.
We'll recess for 5 minutes before we call up those being recommended to the board tonight for appointments. Pause and hold for 5 minutes. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna read here. If I can have everybody's attention for those individuals that the Board of Education will be looking at their appointments this evening. I'll call everybody up one by one. This doesn't want to stay. First person I'd actually like to introduce, to the Board of Education and recommend for appointment this evening to the Board of Education, is Ashley Aaron. Ashley, if you can come up, please. This is Ashley Aaron, and, we're asking the Board of Education, for support for her appointments, Colonial Village as an art teacher. Ashley loves to crochet, which is sort of a lost art, you know, and that's really the neat thing there. She commissions sweaters after you're done with it, which is incredible. Her cat Max is turning 10 this year, so I'm wishing many more to Max. This one is very personal, just so you know. Her favorite place to eat is Benito's Tacos, and that is in Newquay, New York. It's at Wright's Corner. It's fantastic. You know, just a side note about Ashley. Ashley's been with the district on and off, I believe, 2016, and this is a really neat story. I don't recall any time where, you know, I've seen someone work a bunch of different roles in the district and have a permanent appointment as a cleaner and work their way into a position as an art teacher, putting yourself through school, often grueling time, you know, after work to get her classwork done. And actually is really overachieved for us. We're really looking forward to the support for her at Colonial Village as an art teacher and the impact she's for her students.
With that, I'll call for a motion to approve the appointment of Ashley Aaron as presented.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
Second appointment we have this evening, to ask the board's support for would be Michael O'Brien. Michael, if you can come up, please. This one's hard for me, given the fact that he towers over me, but Michael, welcome to our Board of Education this evening, and we ask the board to support Michael's appointment to a physical education position at Westbury. You heard tonight that Michael would be, in essence, stepping in for Mr. Boutte, who's sitting up front here. Great deal of experience here. Michael is a graduate of Clarence. He enjoys really just speaking to him every facet of athletics. I know that he's truly very passionate about coaching. This came out when we were talking because it's not often you see a guy that's so completely involved and passionate about lacrosse. And when they approached him to coach baseball, he said yes at Marion Central School District, which is a smaller district downstate. It's near his Crosstown. It's Walworth, New York. He's got some experience down there. He's looking to come to us, and he's also looking forward to contributing outside of the classroom with our students here at Niagara Wheatfield. So we ask for more support from Michael O'Brien in physical education.
Call for a motion to approve the appointment of Michael O'Brien as presented.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Congratulations.
The individual on our list this evening is Jamie Osikowski. Jamie, if you can come up, please. This evening, we ask for the board support for Jamie Osikowski, and Jamie is a proud Wheatfield alum, also a parent, and has worked the last 3 years at Tonawanda City School District. She's also a graduate, both undergraduate and grad of Buffalo State College, and specializes in both elementary education and special education. She's not completely new to us. Jamie worked for us actually during the pandemic years, helped us out quite a bit during some of those very challenging years with the school district. She did a wonderful job then. We're very confident that she's gonna be able to do a wonderful job now. So we're asking for the board support this evening for her appointment as a special education teacher at Edwardtown Middle School.
Call for a motion to approve the appointment of Jamie Osikowski.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
Next individual that I'd like to introduce to the Board of Education and everyone here this evening is Nicholas Breyer. Nick. he's pretty fast, so, I'll start off. Nicholas, or Nick, we're asking for board support for Nick to, physical education position. This one is at Eric Road. And Nick has, obviously, put some time in the last year at Niagara Falls City School District, has served there as a physical education teacher at bonus skills. He's a proud graduate of Niagara Wheatfield. I know Niagara Wheatfield is truly important to him because he's also serving our hockey program, both modified and varsity and hockey with distinction, running a lot of clinics for us, also serving as a JV lacrosse coach. He really does truly enjoy physical fitness in every way. He plans on doing is it a half Ironman? Is that what you're doing? Half Ironman this summer, and he's looking forward to really returning to his home school district, and especially looking forward to his work at Eric Road. So we ask for the board support this evening for Nick Breyer.
Call for motion to approve the appointment of Nicholas Breyer as presented.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
I did not see Sarah sneak in until right now, but Sarah Manning is here. Sarah is actually F6 on the agenda. And she was already appointed. Welcome, Sarah. Sarah is joining us as a 2021 graduate of Louisville Board. Very happy about that, Sarah. Okay. Bachelor's degree from Niagara University in childhood education, grades 1 to 6, and special education in all grades. She is currently working in master's in literacy, and that's also all grades from Niagara University, so that's keeping her certainly occupied. In her free time, she enjoys staying very active, being outside, traveling, and watching Buffalo sports. So I feel your pain on that, but we're going to continue to work. And we ask for the board's support for Sarah May this evening, to special education teacher at Edward Common Middle School.
Call for a motion to appoint Sarah Mang as presented. Moved and seconded. I believe we did vote on her already. All in favor again, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
I did find value in meeting have someone in the crowd. I'll just say. Next we have Alexis Morris. Alexis, is item F8 on the agenda this evening. So we're here tonight with a requirement recognition that we have 4 special education teachers leaving Edwardtown Middle School. So we ask for the board support this evening for Alexis Morris for Edwardtown Middle School, who is a graduate of Buffalo State with a bachelor's in early childhood education and childhood education as well. She also has her master's degree in special education, also from Buffalo State. And she's worked in education since 2020, most recently at Royalton Central Schools. And she has a great deal of experience, 5th grade, middle school, so she feels very comfortable with that. Her 4-year-old son, Alexander, is also going to be a fellow. It's very exciting. I believe he's coming into kindergarten this year, pre-K this year, is that what it was? So very, very exciting for Alexis to be here. She's certainly committed to the school district, and she loves being active. As soon as she gets out of here, she's very active doing her stuff at the gym and being outside. So we certainly ask for the board support this evening for Alexis Morris.
Call for a motion to approve the appointment of Alexis Morris as presented.
So moved. Sorry.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
So we have a family meeting. As I call Jackie up, we ask for the board support for Jackie's appointment to Eric Road as a special education teacher. And Jackie has been a fixture of sorts in our school district for many reasons. She's been extraordinarily active with the West Street PTO group and has worked extensively to benefit our students, especially at West Street, and moreover has been extremely active in our incredible musicals. some of which I've attempted to add. So, you know, Mr. Lamont far exceeded my capacities, by the way. I wanted to just say how lucky we are to bring Jackie over, who's coming to us with a great deal of experience this past year, especially in Buffalo. And I think she's going to bring a really positive vibe to Eric Road and to the students in Niagara Wheatfield for years to come. So we have some support for Jacqueline Domino, special education, Eric Road.
Call for motion to approve the appointment of Jacqueline Domino as presented.
So moved.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
Item number F10 is Janet Hiscock. Donna? Janet is a very proud Niagara Wheatfield graduate as well. It's great when we see those stories of alum wanting to return. She's currently residing in Tonawanda, New York, with her boyfriend and 2 cats, and Cuddles and Lucky. Great names. And she has gained valuable teaching experience at Eric Road, especially as a lead. She's been there helping us so much, and really over the last few years helping us. And she also attended that school as a child, so it's really neat to return. She's happy to continue serving the Niagara Wheatfield community and doing so with distinction. So we ask for the board's support for Jenna Hiscock this evening for an appointment.
Call for a motion to approve the appointment of Jenna Hiscock as presented. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Congratulations.
Appointed at the last meeting, but she definitely wanted to come here, and I wanted her to be here as well as Emily Lazonis. I just wanted her to come up as well. Emily? You had a very good reason for not being here at the last meeting, because it was her birthday. There was a pre-planned celebration with the family that they did not want her to miss, so she did. We volunteered. I said, no, we'll take care of it at a different day. So, thank you to the board for the appointment of Emily Lazonis to a kindergarten position at Colonial Village. Last meeting, that was June 3rd, but just a couple of fun things about Emily. She's a SUNY Portland graduate, so she's a Red Dragon, good choice. And also does a lot of work in the community, the greater Niagara community, with swim lessons for youth. In particular, it's helped Niagara Wheatfield coaching junior varsity here. And this past year, she had the distinction of serving at West Street in a long-term capacity, where she did a long-term substitute for a full year, really gained some, I think, invaluable experience at a great building. And the feedback is just so immense. She, no surprise, you know, has earned her way into a position at Colonial Village and will continue to serve students in Niagara Wheatfield at Colonial Village. So thank you to the Board of Education for the appointment of Emily Lazonis. Thank you. A lot of years of experience is over there, but I know that we picked the right people. So congratulations.
Can you bring the mic?
Congratulations once again to everyone. Moving on now to our standing committees. Any report from the Capital Projects Committee?
There's really nothing yet. As far as the other day, I don't know you speak.
Just really quick, we still don't have an update for the ribbon cutting. There's just at least a couple items that we just can't get in there until those things are done.
Moving on to our Policy Committee.
We have recommendations to adopt policies as
Okay, I'll just read those into the record. It's policy number 6410, acceptable use policy for personnel. Policy 6412, social media use. Policy 7244, student directory information. Policy 7315, acceptable use policy for students. That's all. So with that, I'll call for a motion to approve those policies as presented.
So moved.
That's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Moving on to our external communications, there's an internal claims auditor report. It's there for an informational items. Move to our ex officio student members report.
Hello there. I'd like to say a few things about what's going on in school. First off, we had our prom last weekend and it was wonderful. Everyone that planned it did absolutely phenomenal. It looked great. Everyone was dressed wonderfully and ran so smoothly. So thank you to all the administrative and all the teachers and staff that were helping and actually making this happen. So thank you very much to all of you. And I'd also like to say that man, this has been wonderful. Thank all of you guys for helping me out and selecting me to be here. It's been a wonderful year, you know, and I really enjoyed it. And I've learned a lot from all you guys and all the teachers. If any of you are still here that are retiring, you guys have been great. And thank you for your service at our school. You will be greatly missed. So thank you very much. And that is all.
For president support, I don't have anything other than to say congratulations to everyone that was recognized tonight, our retirees and our tenures and our new teachers and staff that are joining us. And with that, I'll pass to our superintendent for his report.
Thank you. I am going to send all of you, a copy of our draft calendar. Okay, I think we brought it up before at the meeting, but I'll send it in an email. If everybody's comfortable with that, the way it's written, I'd like to at least be able to get our flip calendar with those dates on it. Okay, so I'll send that out to everyone. One thing that we are going to ask you to act on under new business today is that first meeting in July, because we need to get that on the calendar. Okay, and that's the reorg meeting. So I know Jason has that in his notes. At our next meeting on June 17th, we'll talk a little bit about the turf field and community use, also the auditorium usage. As long as everyone's comfortable with still moving forward, we'd like to do a short presentation in July on an EV bus study that was done, knowing full well that right now that's been pushed back 5 years, okay, in New York State, but we'd still like to present a little bit of that to the board. I just have, as a reminder, the NYSBA conference is October 22nd through 24th. Renee will be putting stuff out to you about when we need to sign up for that. It is in Buffalo, so the need to necessarily book a room doesn't exist, so it should be a little bit easier. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Are there any items for board discussion? Any old business? For new business, call for a motion looking at July 1st for our reorganization meeting. I'll call for a motion for that. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries on that. Open the floor to public comments. Any residents, anybody? All right. Thank you. Any board member comments tonight?
Yeah, I just want to congratulate all the new teachers coming in. I want to congratulate all the teachers that are retired, are going to be sadly missed, and staff. I see Linda's still here, and we've been friends for years, and Jan Baum, she listens to all board members calling for Dan, and Dan's not around, he's there, and puts up with us. But I want to thank all of you, and good luck and stay healthy.
I just want to reiterate what Rick just said. Congratulations to all the retirees. I wish you the best in your retirement. Work well done. We appreciate everything that you've done for us. As far as the new teachers, welcome to Niagara Wheatfield. You will enjoy Niagara Wheatfield, I guarantee you. And to all the tenured, congratulations. It's a feat that you got to get there, and congratulations for doing it. With that, I'll turn it over to Jason.
That's, that's. Cool. With that, I will call for a motion to adjourn. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you.